Hi there, my name is Rehela Hussain and I work as a quality assurance engineer. At school I did sciences and maths, and from there I decided to go to university to do a science degree, and I chose to do physics. Once I got my degree, I was a bit unsure what to do, but I decided to go into the electronics industry, and I got a graduate trainee job within the electronics industry working within quality assurance. Just to let you know what quality assurance is. So any product or service that you pay money for, it could be, you might buy a phone or a gadget, or for a service you might go on a holiday, you might have something in your house, you pay for your phone or your internet. You've got to make sure that what you pay for is of good quality, it's what you expect it to be, it's safe, it doesn't harm you. So that's what I do. I work in quality assurance, but I don't work with services. I actually work with products. And the particular product that I now work with is what's called a medical device. You've probably heard a lot about medicines and vaccines, especially in the news just now. So everything's got to be safe for people to use. Things have to be tested properly before they're released, and it's the exact same for a medical device. When they're designing the product, they've got to make sure that the quality is good, it passes all the tests, and when they start to make it, that things won't go wrong when it's sold. It's especially things like when you're working with motor cars, aircrafts and medical products. That's probably the three most important things where quality is important. So the medical products that I have worked with are quite varied. The first medical product that I worked with was hearing aids for a company just outside Glasgow where I was working in quality. And within there you've got to make sure that when the patient puts it in their ear, there will be no sort of contamination from the product. There's no issues with safety of using the product. So that's why it's very important that when we're designing these products, there's microphones in there, receivers, that they're all made to a safety standard. There's a battery in there that doesn't leak. When the patient is using it, the volumes don't go too high, that causes them distress. So a lot of things I have to think about at the patient side, but equally you have to think a lot of things about how is it going to be manufactured. Will it be properly tested? Will it be properly, people be properly trained to use it so it doesn't cause damage? So that was one of the products that I dealt with. Another product that I dealt with, a really cool product, which is also made in Scotland, is a prosthetic hand. And it was made in Livingston. So this product was designed and developed in Livingston. And they've gone to make a couple of different prototypes, different designs. And again, it's very important here because there's so many engineers involved in this product. You have mechanical engineers, electrical, electronic, you have software engineers. You also work with manufacturing people who make the product. There's quality people who will check the product, and then you work with the clinicians. They'll be selling the products to people, and again, it's very important here that there's no safety issues from the product. It's approved before it's sold. So very much like the vaccines that everyone's talking about just now, and medicines, before they're even sold, and the first time they're sold, they have to go through approvals through the government. And you've probably heard about the MHRA, which is the British Approval Authority, or the FDA, Food and Drug Agency in America. So before any medical product is sold, they want to know what went into the design, how you made it, how you tested it, the clinical studies you did on people, was there any negative side effects? And they will look at the side effects and say, well, are they really bad or are they minimal? Do we still get benefit from using this product, even with very, very minimal side effects? and they will not approve these things unless they're happy. So as I say, working with the prosthetic devices was really good. I got to be involved on a lot of different projects. Some of them were looking at the accessories that go on them. Some of them were looking at different small systems, a bigger hand, etc. So one of the most important things about working in the STEM field, the science and technology field, is sometimes you do work in an office. Sometimes you could be working on a production line. You could be working with design engineers. You could be working with tools. And quite a lot of the tools that I use within inspection, if I'm doing quality inspection, is things like calipers, gauges, micrometers. So these are all measuring equipment that you use to measure products to make sure that they're accurate. You could also be working with production operators to make sure they have got the procedures to do their job. They have got the proper training, so you work with training of personnel. So there's quite a lot involved in quality. So I've been really lucky to work with many products which help people's lives become much better. It could be people who have got diseases, or it could be people with disabilities, or it could be people with severe illnesses that need things to make them better. So as well as the engineering, you're always thinking about people and the patients that use these products. So probably one of the best pieces of advice I can give people, whether they're in science and engineering or any kind of field, is always learn. Do courses, learn from people in your workplace, learn through college or university or online training, but keep learning about the product or service that you're going to provide. How can it improve? How can you make things better? As I say, I've been very lucky within STEM to work with many diverse groups of people, very many interesting products that can make people's lives better. And one of the great things about quality is sometimes you could be working on your own, sometimes you can be working with teams of people, and it's never boring. It's always interesting. You're always learning about numerical methods, you're learning about data collection, problem solving, and it is a cool job to do. So thanks very much for listening. Bye.